So the question of the day is, what should I have in my podcast trailer? This is a question that I've seen asked more and more often because people are starting to launch their podcasts and they're getting excited, and then they realize, wait, I have to have an actual audio file to get connected from my hosting site to all the places that I want to be connected. So what do? And that is where I suggest putting a podcast trailer out there. So let's get right to it. Hey y'all, Krystal here today. And like I said, we are going to talk about what the heck a podcast trailer is, why you need it, and what you should put in it. So the first thing is, what is a podcast trailer? Like I said in the beginning, you have to have one audio file to connect your podcast from your hosting site, like Buzzsprout, to all the places where you want your podcast to show up. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, like all the places, right? You have to have one audio file in order to get connected. I hope I did not just blow your mind. I hope that you already knew this, but if you didn't, you learned something new today. But your podcast trailer is going to have some very important information. So what information do you need to have in there? I suggest to all my clients and all my students that they have three important things. The first is when their podcast is actually going to launch, the date that it's coming out, it's going to be available to the world. The second is, what is their podcast? They can either say the name, they can do their elevator pitch, however they want to present their podcast to the world. They need to have that in there. And the third thing is, what sets you apart? How is your podcast going to change my life? How is it going to add value? Is it going to entertain me? Is it going to make me laugh? Is it going to give me valuable information that I can go and listen to and implement immediately into my life? It's going to save me time. It's going to save me money. It's going to entertain me. It's going to, expose me to guests I would have never otherwise. Think of something amazing. How is your podcast going to influence someone else? Because this is so important, my friends. So I really want to make sure that you hear me on this. You have to get people excited about your podcast. Excited, not just, oh, I'm putting this out there, I hope people like it. No, you have to be excited about your podcast and get other people excited, because that is why they come back. That's why they keep coming back every single week, because they're excited, because they feel your energy. So I think it's really important to establish that energy from the very beginning, and you can do this with your podcast trailer. A few other things that you can consider adding into your trailer that it's totally up to you. You can put who your actual episodes are for. So specifically call out your audience. Like, I speak to entrepreneurs in my audience, so you could say that. And you can also tell them when they can expect new episodes to come out. I publish my podcast every Tuesday and Thursday, so I had that in my trailer. Actually, when I first started, I think I just said, hey, I hope that you listen to this. This is why I'm doing this. It was really long. And in hindsight, I probably wouldn't do it the same way as I tell people to do it today. But I think that it's important to call people out. Hey, you, this person listening to this right now, this podcast is for you. So you need to come back every Tuesday and Thursday and listen to it, because it can change your life. That kind of thing. Right? That's compelling. That would make me come back next week and check it out. Another question that I see often when it comes to the podcast trailer is, how long should it be? Well, you're not going to like my answer, because it depends. It really does. I have listened to, as a consumer of podcast, trailer episodes that are literally 30 seconds, and I've listened to some that are 20 minutes. It just depends on you and your personality. If you're a little hesitant and the whole, the process of podcasting is really new to you and it's a little overwhelming, then shorter is better, okay? I don't think that you should have an hour-long trailer episode to tell people that it's like a teaser. Think of it like your movie teaser, okay? They don't play half the movie before it actually comes out. You normally get between 30 seconds to a 2.5 minute clip of a movie, and that's it. That's what you want to do. You want to build the suspense, that something amazing is coming. You want to tell them when it's going to happen. You want to tell them who it's for. And you want to say, guys, I'm excited about this. I cannot wait, because that energy, again, you need to make sure that it's there. So people are really excited whenever your podcast actually does come out. So I think that it should be long enough to get your message across, but short enough to keep it right to the point. And don't give away all the goods, right? Because you're not launching yet. This is just your trailer episode. And then one of the other questions I get about trailer episodes is, should I leave it out there after I launch? Because normally it says the date and maybe a few facts about the show. Like, it's not your actual, it's like episode 0, right? It's usually not even your episode 1. Some people put out their trailer as episode 1, and I think that's cool too, but I'm specifically talking about a trailer. This is up to you. I have gone back and I actually changed my original trailer episode because I rebranded. I changed. My podcast was something totally different. Now it's the Proffitt podcast, and I have an episode, my trailer episode, my episode 0, which is explaining that this podcast used to be something else and now it's something totally different. It's not very long. I want to say it's less than 5 minutes. I could be wrong about that. I don't even know, because I put it out there and it's kind of like set it and forget it. But it's still one of my most downloaded episodes. So it's kind of like it's episode 0, episode 1. That's for my podcast. There's some people that go in and delete their trailer episodes because once their first few podcasts get out there, then they don't need it anymore because it's launched. Like, the trailer episode has fulfilled its purpose in being the trailer to your podcast. Does that make sense? Is this totally yeah, you get it? Are you with me here? Okay. So put in the comments below what you think about a podcast trailer. How long do you think it should be? Do you think that you're going to do one? Because again, you have to have one audio file connected from your hosting site to get connected to all the directories that are out there. So you do have to have an audio file. And I suggest a podcast trailer because, like I said, it could be a 30-second clip of you just kind of filling in your potential listeners. Guys, it's coming. This is my trailer. There's something fantastic coming up in the next few weeks, the next few months, however long it is. But you have to have this before you can actually launch your podcast, okay? I'm going to do a whole video on that, but you have to have one audio file connected to your hosting site to get connected to all the directories. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe below. That way you don't miss any of our other podcasting videos. Check out these other videos right here, all about podcasting. We put them out every single week, so keep coming back and checking to see what's new. And remember, keep it up. We all have to start somewhere.